Houston Real Estate Radio starts right now.
Thanks for listening to Houston Real Estate Radio this Sunday afternoon. I'm Shannon Register, and this segment of Houston Real Estate Radio is brought to you by The Perfect Light. They are your solution when it comes to outdoor landscape lighting. This is the perfect time of year to take your family outside and enjoy these great evenings outside, and you're going to need some landscape lighting to really get that ambience you like. So give them a call. You can find them online, theperfectlight.com. Also, if you're thinking about selling your home, this is a great season to do it. You can call Register Real Estate Advisors, and right now, for all of our sellers that call in, we are offering the opportunity to have your entire home staged. You know, we talk about a lot here on the show about staging your home to get it sold. That's so important, and so we are giving away a free home staging. So it's a great value if you are thinking about selling your home. Give us a call. You can always call in your real estate questions at 281-882-8088. We answer a lot of your questions here, and we look for guests too based on what your needs are, and that's one of the reasons we've got a guest on here today. I've got Sparky Nolan here in the studio with me. He's the president of the Kingwood Chamber of Commerce. So welcome to the show, Sparky.
Thank you very much, Shannon. Thank you very much.
You know, our real estate brokerage is located in Northwest Houston, and you know we've had such a drive with Exxon coming this way, and so sometimes you know I really like for the show to be well-rounded because we broadcast all the way from Galveston to Huntsville. So I like you know I've got a lot of realtors that work the entire area, but we don't always talk about it. You know, we get so caught up in this area. So I really want to talk about Kingwood today and what's going on out there because you've been there a long time. You know all about it, and there's a lot of exciting things coming your way, right?
Exactly. I love my town. I'm glad you asked me to come talk about it. Kingwood is, I wasn't born there, but I tell you what, I got there as fast as I could, as they say.
You know, there are a lot of people looking to relocate because their jobs are changing. You know, maybe a lot of companies have downsized, so people who were working in satellite offices have moved to corporate offices, so that affects where they're living. And then there are other companies that are branching out, and so then you have people moving out into the suburbs. So, you know, there's a lot of change going on, and then we of course have this huge influx of people coming into Houston, just into our area in general because of the growth going on here. So there's a lot of different opportunities for families and singles alike to move to the suburbs. Tell us about Kingwood and what makes it so great for people that are moving in.
Well, you said Exxon earlier. We're an Exxon community. Years ago, I believe King's Ranch, one of the largest landowners in the world, over 2 million acres, I believe, they carved out the ideal piece of property. And I think it started, like you say in real estate, what's that thing? Location.
Thank
you. Very good. A little softball. You hit it good. Okay, so we're on a historic river, the San Jacinto River. We're on the Houston's water source, Lake Houston. It's got another border to it. And right up the center, we're Corridor 69. That goes all the way up to Canada. For those that don't understand what Corridor 69 is, it's Highway 59. And so there's a lot of names for it. We're uniquely positioned with about 15 minutes away from the airport. So people love that. They can get on, hop on an international flight, come back. So we get quite a few pilots. When Exxon first concepted this idea of 15, is concepted a word? When they brought the concept to the table, they said, hey, we want a great pre-planned community. They hired Friendswood Development Company. Friendswood Development Company put in a plan that was really second to none. We have 85 miles of wooded jogging trails and tunnels where the kids don't have to ride their bikes across the street.
That's nice.
Yep, they tunnel under. It makes us an ideal community for special needs families, for older folks, and for people who just like riding bikes and seeing beautiful nature.
And that's the thing I love about driving through Kingwood is, you know, you're driving through trees and nice areas. The Woodlands is different. It's a different feel, different look. Your community is a little different than the Woodlands, but it's still got really nice landscape. You've kept a lot of nice features about it, about the original land, and really making it look nice.
What's this place you called the Woodlands? I'm just kidding. I often hear people compare us, and they're just not comparable. They're
very different.
They're very different. You'd have to live there to know it. But I lived in this little place, Fairfield, drive in Shreveport, and they had a canopy of oak trees and everything. And so Kingwood has lots of canopy of trees. You go down Kingwood Drive, you take a right on West Lake Houston Parkway, and the temperature's a good 20, 30 degrees less, even in the hot summer, when you're driving down there. It's still humid, But anyway, the absolute beauty of nature, it's just overwhelming. We have lots of species of plants and animals, and wonderful array of birds that fly in, from no kidding eagles to Gibson geese and pelicans, and just you wouldn't believe the type of wildlife we attract because we're on a river. We have water sources and a lot of woodland creatures that call home.
And you've got a lot of fun things in the area as well. Tell us about some of those, about some of the entertainment and things that there are to do there. I know you talk about your waterways. What are some of the things going on there in the area?
Well, we call them river rats. So get out there in the kayak on the river, and I'm one of those. I can say it. And we water ski, and we get out there and do a lot of recreating on the river. We have
you have golf courses too.
We have wonderful golf courses. A golf school. We have world's largest non-resort. Now I can say that I don't work for the company, so I'm going to just tell you, it's the world's largest non-resort country club, and really that means that we're really just protected our woods areas, and over 72 holes of professional golf. And if you look at the culture of golf, it's not uncommon, as in the Woodlands, to see people driving their golf carts like cars. And they just like, what are all these cars doing here? We're playing golf. And so it's a really beautiful town. And we're really hometown
feel.
It is, but
very Texas.
Yes, and that's why it was an ideal filming location for the hit movie, for the movie Tin Cup. I said hit movie because it's a hit to us. But Kevin Costner came to town, brought his entourage of nice folks, and it really was a wonderful historical moment for us. The club has beauty as its number one draw, but it does have a brand new $12 million athletic facility. It has a water park and a lazy river around it too.
That's fun for the kids.
We try to stay up. The clubs of Kingwood is remodeled inside and out, and it's just a good drawing card for young families, young professionals that are coming to town. Another, you were talking recreation. We have one of the greatest sporting communities in the world. I mean, it's just great. One of our 5A school, we won 5 state championships one year. And I don't think that's going to ever stop. A lot of excellence in that. We're just 2 zip codes, but we pack a lot of excitement in those 2 zip codes.
What about the medical facilities?
Well, you know what?
You know a lot about those, don't you?
I'm excited. Yeah, I just had
Tell us about that.
Okay, this Friday I will have had I have a 2-week-old at home. I'm very excited to say my wife and I had a young child at Kingwood Medical Center, and we couldn't have had a better experience. It was just a wonderful time. But last time I had a boy, he was 16 years ago at the same place, and there was about 45 doctors in. Today there's over right at 500 doctors on staff there.
Wow, it's really grown.
There's growth all around it. 2 helicopter pads, more helicopters flying in than flying out ever. Wonderfully competent staff. But that hospital started, and they don't like me to tell this story because they don't want to be viewed the wrong way, but years ago, some doctors got together and bought a mall that didn't quite make it. It was when we had the bust in the 80s, and they purchased Deauville Mall, and they turned it into a little medical center. Well, HCA came in and turned it into a first-class medical center, and they're doing a wonderful job attracting the top names of medicine. Some of the same doctors that you get right downtown come right out to the woods now, play golf, live with their families out there, and participate in everything from our Cultural Arts Center at the Nathaniel Center, $3 million Cultural Arts Center. We have Opera Leisure there and all sorts of things where the same people that are downtown in Houston come up to the woods and visit us and share their talents with us, whether it's a physician or an opera singer, you name it, we've got it. And we're very fortunate. If I can go ahead and say, we're very fortunate to have Melinda Stevenson to come up and lead the path over there for Kingwood Medical Center. She is an RN herself, so she knows what CARE is all about. So our stay was excellent. It felt like we were at a 5-star hotel.
That's fantastic, and congratulations on your baby. I saw pictures.
He's the most beautiful baby in the world, of course.
They always are. So now tell me about transportation, because there are a lot of people moving to Houston. So we know transportation's been an issue, and really a lot of thought has gone into building the Grand Parkway and having a way for all of these people to get around. Tell me about transportation in Kingwood. How are y'all doing? Because sometimes there's a little backup there.
Yes, there is. And I'll be ginger about this, along with the water bills, because I got in trouble for saying something about how I liked our water situation. Well, I don't really like the water situation. Nobody likes to pay for water. That's for all the people who wrote me those ugly letters before. Okay, so now I will tell you about transportation. If you had your druthers, would you rather be on 45, 290, I-10, or 59? 59 is a wonderful way to get downtown and back. If you have to go, that's a wonderful way to do it. And so what we're trying to work out is some of the bugs that cramp us at Kingwood Drive and bottleneck us in those areas. Interesting enough, when Kingwood started, 1970, early 70s, and later we were known as the Kingwood Kamikazes, because there was no there were no lights to get on there, and you had to hit the ground going 70. And since A.J. Foyt used to be out there, you might have to hit the ground going about 90.
Well, good thing that's changed now.
It is changed a bit. Much better. But I did, just on my way here, I had to take around North Park. They're doing a lot of construction to try to solve that problem. Early on, we didn't even have a bridge out. So we have 3 ways to get in and out of Kingwood now, and that makes it a lot easier.
Some of the residential communities there, real quick, can you tell me some of the big communities that are there that are popular for people who might be looking to move into the area?
Well, it's really hard to pick one, but I will tell you that there's 33 different community associations inside of Kingwood. Each one is run by a sweet little staff of nice volunteers that really care about their community. They lift it up and they talk about it in their neighborhoods, and they say, what can we do to better our little communities? And some of the ones that have really been steady leaders throughout the years. Mid-range would be like Sand Creek, and that's a Sand Creek Village. Those people are going to love me saying that, but they're very proactive in what they, how they treat their community. Some of the older ones are Trailwood Village. That's a nice one. But Royal Shores is the one that they really want me to mention, I'm sure, is because it's got some really gorgeous $1 million homes popping up and around the water. We have another one that's been a hit and miss for a long time. It's suffered some of the economic woes of ups and downs, but years ago they prepared the Barrington area, and it has a manor house, which I often thought would be a really good house for me. But it's a manor community house. It has an infinity pool and all the things that a real nice. Those. And it's a beautiful community, lots of excited folks, and they're seeing a lot more growth now that the economy's coming back.
All right, well, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on Houston Real Estate Radio.